You are growing spiritually in ways that are both profound and transformative. This growth is not just about what you are leaving behind, but also about what you are learning to embrace. You are learning to center yourself in love, peace, and balance. You are discovering that true strength doesn't come from control or resistance but from allowing things to unfold naturally, trusting that what is meant for you will find its way. Your heart has softened, not out of weakness, but out of wisdom. You understand that peace is not the absence of conflict but the ability to remain calm and grounded even when life feels uncertain. This inner transformation is radiating from you, and others, especially your person, can sense it deeply. Your person feels magnetically drawn to your energy. There's something about your gentle nature that brings them comfort and a sense of home. You have a presence that soothes their spirit and challenges them to become better, to communicate more openly, and to show affection in ways they may have never done before. Around you, they are learning to express their love not just through actions, but also through words, something that might have once been difficult for them. You are helping them discover the importance of emotional vulnerability, the beauty of honesty, and the strength that comes from being transparent. They feel the desire to protect you, to nurture the connection, and to be someone worthy of your trust and love. However, your energy has shifted. You are not responding to them in the same way you once did. The days of overextending yourself, trying to be understood, or proving your worth are behind you. You have chosen yourself, your peace, and your purpose. This change in your vibration has not gone unnoticed. In fact, it has made your person feel even more drawn to you. The more you pull back to focus on your own growth, the stronger their yearning becomes. They may have tried to block or suppress their emotions for you, convincing themselves that the connection was too intense or too complicated. But no matter how hard they try, the feelings keep resurfacing, stronger and deeper than before. This connection is unlike anything they've experienced. It reaches beyond the surface and touches the soul. Your person is being guided to confront their shadows, the parts of themselves they've been avoiding. The universe is nudging them to face their fears, their insecurities, and their emotional wounds. There is no turning back now. Once a soul begins this kind of awakening, there's no way to return to ignorance or avoidance. It's a painful but necessary transformation. And through it all, they see you standing tall, embodying strength and grace. You represent resilience, compassion, and self-respect, the very qualities they are learning to cultivate within themselves. To them, there is truly no one like you. They've tried to move on, to distract themselves, to fill the space you once occupied, but nothing compares. No other connection sparks the same sense of passion, comfort, and understanding. You are unique in a way that defies logic. Your energy lingers with them, reminding them of what it feels like to be seen, loved, and accepted. The idea of running away or holding back no longer feels like protection, it feels like pain. Avoiding this connection has only led them to realize how deeply they care for you and how much they miss your presence in their life. Everywhere they turn, there seems to be a reminder of you. A song, a scent, a place, or a simple phrase brings your memory rushing back. You are the most beautiful person in the room, not just in appearance but in spirit. Your beauty radiates from within, shaped by your growth, your self-awareness, and your authenticity. They can feel your energy even when you're not near, and it continues to awaken something powerful inside them. It's as if the universe keeps placing subtle signs in their path, urging them to remember what truly matters. The tables have turned now. Where once you may have chased or tried to hold the connection together, you have learned to release it with love. You are no longer seeking validation or approval because you've learned that your worth doesn't depend on anyone else's recognition. Your person, on the other hand, is now going through deep lessons of awakening. They are beginning to understand what you've known all along, that love without growth is temporary, but love rooted in self-awareness and truth is eternal. Their spirit is awakening to new levels of understanding, compassion, and emotional intelligence. You have become a catalyst for their transformation. Your energy, your growth, and your strength have shown them what it truly means to evolve. While they once may have taken your love for granted, they now see it as something rare and irreplaceable. They are realizing that what they felt for you was not fleeting, it was real, sacred, and deeply spiritual. This realization is both beautiful and painful, as it forces them to see how much they've changed and how much they still need to heal. As you continue on your path of spiritual growth, you remain focused on your peace and your purpose. You are glowing with a newfound sense of confidence and serenity. You no longer need to chase love, because love naturally flows toward you. The universe is rewarding your patience, your faith, and your courage. Your journey has not been easy, but it has been necessary, and it has led you to a place of wholeness that others can feel even before you speak. Your person, guided by this connection, is awakening to the truth that you already embody. Love is not about possession, it's about alignment. And as they go through their lessons, they will come to see that your light was never meant to be dimmed. You were always meant to shine, and in doing so, you inspire others, including them, to find their own light. I take things out on you sometimes, and I hate that I do. It's not because you've done anything wrong or because I want to hurt you. It's because it hurts me to see you moving forward, to see you stepping into deeper, more meaningful layers of your journey, while I feel like I'm still standing in the same place, watching from a distance. You seem to be evolving, finding strength, and connecting with life in ways that I can't seem to grasp yet. I feel as if I'm trapped behind a wall, wanting to catch up to you but not knowing how. I tell myself that my turn will come, that I'll reach a place of understanding and growth too, but in this moment, all I feel is this deep ache of being left behind. When we talk, it stings a little to hear how emotionally strong and independent you've become. Don't get me wrong, I'm proud of you. I admire your courage, your clarity, your ability to walk through life with confidence and calm. But that admiration is mixed with pain, because I still feel so emotionally tied to you. I feel like a part of me depends on your presence, on your voice, on your reassurance. And every time I sense you pulling away to stand on your own, I feel this hollow space inside me widen. It's not that I want to hold you back from your growth, I just don't know how to let go without feeling like I'm losing a part of myself. I know that I'm learning in my own way. I know that healing and growth don't look the same for everyone. You seem to be soaring through the lessons of your life with grace, while I'm still crawling through mine. I keep reminding myself that there's no timeline for emotional growth, that each of us has to walk our own path at our own pace. But knowing that doesn't always stop the wave of frustration and confusion that hits me. I feel so many emotions at once: jealousy, love, admiration, pain, fear, and it's hard to separate them. Sometimes it feels like they all blend together into one heavy feeling that I can't name. I watch you all the time, sometimes from afar, trying to understand the person you've become. I notice how others are drawn to you, how they respond to your love and affection, how they seem to find comfort in your presence. And I can't help but feel this deep pang of jealousy. It's not because I don't want others to love you, it's because a part of me still wishes that I was the one you turned to first, that I was the person who made you light up the way you do now. I feel left out of a world I used to feel so connected to. It's like watching the sun set on something beautiful that I wasn't ready to let go of. That jealousy, that insecurity, it builds walls around me. It keeps me from coming close to you, even though my heart longs for connection. I don't want you to see the parts of me that are still struggling, the parts that are messy, protective, and possessive. I don't want you to look at me and see someone small or insecure. So instead of being honest about my pain, I pull away. I act distant, or I lash out, or I pretend that I'm fine. But inside, I'm not fine. I'm scared that if you truly saw how much I still depend on you emotionally, you'd see me as weak, or worse, as someone holding you back. I think a part of me fears that as you continue to grow, you'll outgrow me. You'll look back and see me as someone who represents an old chapter of your life, someone who no longer fits into the story you're living now. And that thought terrifies me. I know it's not fair to you, because you deserve the freedom to evolve without feeling guilty. But I'm still learning how to give you that freedom while also loving myself enough not to fall apart when you walk further ahead. Sometimes I wonder if this pain I feel is actually a necessary part of my own transformation. Maybe this jealousy, this loneliness, this longing, they're all signs that I'm shedding something old, something dependent, and learning how to stand on my own. Maybe this ache is the space where strength begins to grow. I want to believe that. I want to believe that this discomfort has meaning, that it's leading me somewhere deeper, even if I can't see it yet. I'm learning that love doesn't always mean closeness. Sometimes it means stepping back and allowing both people to become who they're meant to be, even if that process feels lonely. I'm beginning to understand that you can love someone deeply and still need to let them go a little, to give them room to breathe and become. And maybe, in that space, I'll learn to do the same for myself. So yes, I take things out on you. I say things I don't mean, I act out of pain, and then I regret it later. But it all comes from a place of love, a love that is still trying to learn what it means to let go gracefully. I'm trying to understand that your growth doesn't mean my loss, and that your strength doesn't make me weak. You're showing me what it looks like to grow, even if it hurts to watch. And maybe, in time, I'll find the courage to grow too, to find my own independence, my own emotional balance, and my own peace. Until then, I'm just trying to sit with these feelings, to honor them instead of running from them. Because deep down, I know that this is part of the journey too. Learning to love without holding on too tightly. Learning to let go without closing my heart. Learning that sometimes, the hardest kind of love is the one that teaches you how to love yourself. Your partner can sense your energy shifting, almost as if they can feel you moving forward without a single word being spoken. It's not that you are ready to pursue someone new or replace what you once had, rather, it's that you are stepping into a new chapter of your life, one where you are ready to embrace freedom, joy, and the small, beautiful moments that make you feel alive again. You've learned to rediscover yourself, and that light you're carrying is something your partner can feel even from a distance. It stirs something deep within them, a mix of admiration, longing, and regret, as they realize how much they miss being part of your world. They see you smiling more, perhaps spending time with friends or exploring new interests. They notice how you are no longer dwelling on the past the way you once did. You've reached a place of peace, or at least you're on your way there, and this transformation hasn't gone unnoticed. For your partner, this is both beautiful and painful. Beautiful, because they are proud of the strength you've found. Painful, because it reminds them of everything they took for granted. Your partner wants to make an effort now, a real one. They don't just want to talk about change, they want to show it through their actions. They want to prove that they've grown and that the emotions they once hid are still very much alive. Deep down, they wish they could go back to the moment when things started to fall apart, when something you said triggered old wounds in them. Instead of facing their fears, they chose to run. That moment of emotional retreat, when they ghosted you and denied what they truly felt, has haunted them ever since. They see now that their reaction had little to do with you and everything to do with their own insecurities. At the time, it was easier for them to distance themselves than to face the vulnerability that love requires. You challenged them in ways they weren't ready for, not because you were too much, but because you were exactly what their soul needed. Your honesty, your passion, and your depth stirred emotions they didn't know how to handle. But now, after some time apart, they've had the space to reflect and the courage to see things more clearly. They've realized that you weren't the problem was their inability to confront their feelings. Your partner now finds themselves longing for an emotional conversation with you, one where walls come down and truths are finally spoken. They want to tell you everything they couldn't say before, how much they loved you, how scared they were, and how lost they felt without you. They dream of a moment where both of you can sit together, maybe in silence at first, until the words start to flow naturally again. They want that chance to explain, to listen, and to heal. This desire for a new beginning runs deep within them. They want this fresh start so badly that it consumes their thoughts more than they'd like to admit. They imagine what it would feel like to hold you again, to look into your eyes and see forgiveness instead of pain. They know it won't be easy, that trust, once broken, takes time to rebuild, but they're willing to try if you'll let them. They're not just chasing nostalgia, they're yearning for a future where the lessons learned from the past can create something stronger, something real. Still, as they hold on to hope, they can't help but see that your life is moving in new directions. They keep hearing about you, maybe through mutual friends, social media, or small coincidences that seem to follow them everywhere. They see glimpses of you starting your new life, standing on your own, and it both inspires and hurts them. They realize that you've become the person they always knew you could be, and that realization comes with a bittersweet ache. Even from afar, they feel connected to you. The love they carry hasn't faded, if anything, it has deepened into something more mature, more understanding. It's no longer about possession or control, it's about admiration, respect, and the quiet recognition of what you mean to them. The lesson has become clear: love isn't something to run from or take lightly. It's something to nurture, to fight for, and to honor even when things get difficult. Your partner's heart now holds a mix of longing, humility, and hope. They don't just miss the relationship, they miss the connection, the laughter, the comfort of knowing that someone truly saw them. They miss the way you understood their silences and how your presence made their world feel lighter. They want to come forward, not as the same person who once let fear dictate their actions, but as someone who has grown, someone ready to meet you where you are now, not where you used to be. They know that you might be hesitant to let them in again, and they understand that. But deep down, they hope you can feel the sincerity of their energy, that you can sense their heart calling out to yours. Whether or not you choose to give them another chance, they are grateful for what your connection has taught them. You have changed them in ways they didn't expect, and because of you, they now understand what real love feels like. Their love for you remains undeniable, etched into their soul as both a reminder and a promise. They are learning to love better, to speak more openly, and to cherish what truly matters. And though you are moving forward, radiant, independent, and free, a part of them will always carry your light, guiding them toward the person they're still becoming.